Once upon a time, there was a village called Krishnapuram. In that village, there lived a man named Santosham. Santosham was a loan giver and the money lender. Even though his name signified happiness, in real life, he was nothing but a shrewd and selfish individual. He would give away loans to several people and he would make sure that they repay him no matter how terrible the conditions are. Even if it's a funeral, he would accept his loan money to be repaid. His wife, on the other hand, is also a selfish and greedy person just like him. Even though he married her to be his wife, she has never ever cooked in the kitchen. Every day, Santosham is the man that brings food to the house, where his wife stays there and it does nothing. One fine day, when her husband came home to talk to her, he said this:
My wife, it is almost lunchtime and I am about to go to Armugam's house. And I want you to go to Kamila's house as well.
Oh my god, why are you shouting at me like this? You're gonna lose your voice. Speak normally, please.
Okay. Did you hear what I said or not? Or should I say it again?
I could hear what you're saying. I would like to let you know that I am not going to Kamala's house and I'm going to Mahalakshmi's house. Did you understand?
Didn't we both agree that we would only eat at other people's house once in a day? Only then would we be able to sustain for the entire month.
I know that, but I think it's time we break the rule right away, no?
But didn't you go to the Mahalakshmi's house just last month? Why do you keep going to her house again and again?
I'm going there because her grandson is coming back home from his city.
Oh, so she herself has invited you, isn't it?
Why would she invite me? I'm going there because she would have a huge feast with several dishes because of the return of her grandson. That's why I'm selectedly going to Mahalakshmi's house today. How is this idea?
Wow, what a great idea. Nowadays you seem to be more talented than I am.
Enough. If we keep talking like this, all the food in her house will become empty. Let us leave there immediately.
Santosham and his wife have been eating other people's food for a long time. Meanwhile, there lived a woman in that village named Saroja. Saroja had just lost her husband and has been through a difficult phase in her life as she is unable to make ends meet. She then decides to go to Santosham and ask him for a loan. While she was on her way to leave the house, Santosham himself meets her outside.
Hi Saroja. How are you doing? When your husband died, I was really worried thinking about who could repay my loan. But when you came to me and said that you would be able to repay your husband's loan, come on, I was very glad.
I will definitely repay my husband's loan. I would just request you to give me some time. I also have something else in my mind.
Yes, tell me, what's on your mind? Why are you hesitating? If you want any money, please ask me freely. Let me know what you want.
I have been sick this whole month and I barely have any money left. I do not have any money to even purchase groceries for the house. It is difficult to feed the kids now. I was on my way to meet you to ask you for money, but you yourself came here. Thank God. As Saroja kept talking, Santosham got an idea. He always had his eyes on Saroja's house as it was a very valuable and priceless house. He thought to himself to lend Saroja a loan and increase the interest of it and eventually attain her house. He then says,
Listen Saroja, the loan that your husband had previously got is 20,000 and the loan that I am about to give you with the interest and every other calculations would be 70,000.
Sir, I do not know all these intricate details, but I trust you and I have faith in you, sir. Santosham gets an idea to lend her a loan of almost 1 lakh and somehow attain her house for himself. He then looks at Saroja and says like this:
Why didn't you tell me that your kids were hungry? The life of your children are very important. I want you to stop worrying about everything and look after your kids. Here, take this money and make sure all your kids are well fed right away.
Even though Saroja knows what kind of a man Santosham is, she realized that she has no choice as the only way to feed her children is by accepting the money that Santosham is giving her. Saroja accepts the rupees 10,000 and is very glad that she had that. Santosham then walks away from her house and goes towards Arumugam's house. On the way, he meets Sudagar.
Hi Santosham sir, are you leaving all the way to Arumugam's house to eat? Yes, you are right. How did you know that information? Well, Arumugam is the man that gave me this information. Arumugam had informed me that he is going out of station to another village, and he had told me to tell you that you do not need to come to his house.
Santosham is really disappointed that he will not able to eat in Arumugam's house, but then he gets an idea to eat in Sudagar's house, and he thinks that that would be a good thing to do. He looks at Sudagar and says,
Is that so, Sudagar? No problem. By the way, have you eaten yet? No, sir. I have not eaten yet. I was on my way, is when Arumugam gave me this information. Okay, come. We both go and eat lunch together. No, sir. I would like to eat in my own house. My wife is probably cooked for me. I shall eat with you another day. Sudagar, I was telling you that I want to eat in your house. I wasn't talking about eating in my house. I am such an idiot to indulge in this conversation with you. I almost believed that you were offering me food, but now I realize you are just the same selfish man that everybody says. Fine, whatever. Follow me. I shall take you to my house and put food to your selfish belly.
As soon as he went to Sudagar's house, Santosham eats a lot of food and he leaves the house. He then goes to his house and takes a very good long nap. All of a sudden, his wife enters the house in a very angry and upset mood. His wife looks at him and says this.
What kind of human beings are these people? This is absolutely disrespectful.
What had happened? Have you eaten too much food? Has Mahalakshmi or her grandson tell you anything? Why are you so upset?
I went there with a lot of hunger and I came back here with the same hunger. I thought that I could eat a lot of food, but I came back eating nothing.
Why was that? Didn't they have enough food, or did you not eat the food that they had? Did they give you too much food? Please tell me exactly.
Could you just listen to me for a second and stop interrupting everything that I say? I went there thinking that it would be the return of her grandson and there would be a big feast, but I was wrong. Apparently, his grandson will only come after a month, it seems. It is all my fate.
Who cares? I have bought you some food from Sudagar house. You can have that.
Didn't you tell me that you were going to Arumugam's house? How did you go to Sudagar's house?
Santosham started telling his wife everything that had occurred until then. All of a sudden, they hear a voice from the outside that said like this. Santosham!
How dare you call me by my name? What has happened to you?
No. That wasn't me. How can you think of me like that?
After a while, they realized that it was an unrecognizable figure which was staying outside their house that made that noise. That the creature slowly comes towards their house and turns into a devil. Both are afraid by seeing that. The devil looks at them and says like this. Hey, I am really hungry right now. I want you guys to make sure that I eat as much as I want. If you fill my hunger, I will make sure that I give you the money that you want. If you don't fill my hunger, I will kill both of you. Both Santosham and his wife go to the kitchen and start cooking for the devil. They give the devil several amounts of food and the devil kept eating and eating and eating. But no matter how much they fed the devil's hunger was not at all fulfilled. The devil kept eating and eating, and eventually the devil had just finished eating 5 years worth of food.
I cannot cook anymore. This devil has eaten 5 years worth of food in a single sitting.
Even I agree. I cannot do this anymore. How it is able to eat so much food? This makes no sense.
Only half of my hunger is fulfilled. So I will only be giving you half of the money that I am supposed to. Instead of accepting what the devil had given them, Santosham gets really greedy and asks more money from the devil. Santosham looks at the devil and says like this.
Hey devil, you stay here with us. We will make sure that you will fill your stomach and we finish your hunger. And once we do that, you should pay us the money that we deserve.
Think about this decision that you are about to make one more time.
Because once you have given me your word, I will never leave this house until my hunger is fulfilled completely.
Trust me, I shall make sure that you are never hungry again.
The devil kept coming to the house every single day and eating as much as he could. No matter how much Santosham's wife cooked, it was never enough for the devil. The devil kept giving them money every day, and 1 month had passed. Santosham then says,
If you keep eating like this every single day, what is the point of wasting time? I want you to come with me and collect loans with me.
Okay, but I have one condition. If I come with you and if somebody curses me, I will make sure that I eat them and make my hunger go away. Is that clear for you, Santosham?
Fine, whatever. As long as your hunger is complete, you can do anything you want. But if your hunger does get complete, who are you going to give the money to?
Who else am I going to give it to? I am gonna give it to you and your family because you both helped me to fulfill my hunger, Santosham.
Fine, let us keep talking as we go to collect our loan money. Today we are about to attain a house from a poor woman.
After they both started leaving towards Saroja's house, Santosham tells the entire story of Saroja and himself to the devil. After listening to everything that Santosham had said, the devil looks at Santosham and said this.
Oh, I have never met a selfish man like you. Human beings often curse us and disrespect us, but men like you are way worse than devils like me. The interest that you have given is more than the loan itself, man.
Instead of getting upset at what the devil said, Santosham becomes really arrogant and proud, almost signifying that he is proud of the fact that he is able to extort money from poor and vulnerable people. As they kept going towards Saroja's house, they hear a mother scolding her child fiercely. I hope the devil comes and gets you. How many times have I told you to never open the door? Now the cat had finished all the food that we have. What to do now? After listening to that, Santosham looks at the devil and says this.
Your hunger can be fulfilled over there. That woman had just cursed you to have her son.
I know that the mother did not mean what she said. She just said it because she was extremely upset and agitated, but she did not mean anything harmful to her son.
As they kept walking, they started hearing arguments from a husband and wife in another house. Both the husband and wife started cursing each other by saying that the devil would come and get them. Santosham listens to this and says,
That is a great opportunity. Both the husband and the wife have been cursing each other with your name. Now you can go and eat both of them.
Don't you know the difference between a curse and a scolding? They both are scolding and yelling at each other. It is not a genuine curse. I want you to stop talking about this and move on, as I am very, very hungry.
Can you tell me the story of how you turned into a devil? It has always been known that an unfulfilled wish or life would change a human being into a devil.
I will tell you the story only if you fulfill my hunger right now. I will not tell anything to you right now. Let us go and get the house that you want immediately. And when we get back home, I want your wife to cook as much as she can so that she can fulfill my hunger.
Don't worry. Come on, that is a huge feast for you. Whether it's on our way or whether it's anywhere nearby, you will be fulfilled in your hunger.
Santosham then goes to Saroja's house and knocks the door. The door opens and Santosham sees Saroja's mother. Saroja's mother looks at Santosham and says this. Welcome, Santosham. What is the reason for your visit?
Don't talk unwanted things. Come to my point, lady. Your daughter Saroja has not given me a single penny from the loan that I have given her. The loan and the interest has now reached a point where the only way I can get anything back is if I get this house that you own. I want you, your daughter and your grandchildren to vacate this house immediately and give this house to me right away. Okay, did you understand?
After listening to every single thing that Santosham said, Saroja's mother gets really upset and her rage is involved. She then says, I curse you, selfish old idiot. You gave 30,000 and now you're expecting me to give you back the house. Wait here, I shall come back immediately. Saroja's mother goes inside her house. The devil then looks at Santosham and says this.
I had already told you, Santosham, if I hear somebody curse with my name, I shall take their life right away in that moment itself. I was cursed by a very big priest as I was a very selfish and a greedy individual. And now it is time for me to end my curse right away. That woman had cursed you so that I can eat you alive.
The devil immediately grabs Santosham and eats him. Meanwhile, Saroja's mother walks out of the house so fiercely and looks for Santosham everywhere around the house, in the street, with a broomstick in her hand. Saroja's mother says this: "Where the hell are you, Santosham? Have you ran away like a coward? If you come over here again, I shall beat you with this broomstick." Realizing that her husband had died because of his greed and selfishness, his wife completely changed her character and realized her mistake. She started using the money that the devil gave her to feed the poor and needy for the rest of her life. If you like this story, do like it, share it. For more news stories, please subscribe our New Stories Book English YouTube channel.